clumsy.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Gordon?
No. This stupid maid has wrecked my husband's lily. I found her crouched over it.
I didn't. It was like that when I went in to clean the room.
Would you like to show me the damage?
Look! And when I came in, she was crouching over it.
Simon, I was trying to clear the mess up.
What's going on? Oh, heavens, this is awful, Gillian.
It's ruined. There's no way I can show it now.
It wasn't me, Mr. Johns. I'd never harm a plant. I love flowers.
I heard voices. Oh, no.
Maybe we can take cuttings.
Oh, that's no use. This was to be Rob's 20th consecutive win, Francis. That was his dream.
Don't blame yourself, Gillian. Come on, I'll make you a cup of tea or something.
I didn't do it.
Should we discuss this downstairs? Go on. Stand by team, we have a case. Thank you.
Welcome to the Academy of Criminal Investigation. A serious crime has taken place in the hotel above and you are here to solve it. If you do, you gain access to the Academy. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dane. I'm an investigator. I'm 12 years old and Scooby-Doo is my idol.
Hi, I'm Libby. I'm 12 years old and I like to get to the bottom of things.
Hi, I'm Investigator Craig. I'm age 13. I'm a crime buster, not a grime duster.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'll let you know what I know. The world-famous Nevis Flower Festival is being held in the hotel grounds this year. The top prize has been won by the same man, Rob Gordon, for nearly 20 years, but sadly, he's died. His widow, Gillian Gordon, is about to enter his last rare lily into the contest. Now, I know that the judges received an anonymous letter last night complaining that Gillian was being allowed to enter on Rob's behalf. Kirsty Blair, the maid, insists she didn't commit the crime. Now, there are two other suspects in the hotel. Francis Johns, who's a popular television gardener. He's always come second in the contest to Rob's first, but now Rob's out the running. It's presumed he was going to win. He's staying on the same bedroom corridor, as is this lady, Annette Laurie, Francis Johns' personal assistant. Now, the question is, if Kirsty the maid didn't commit the crime, then who did, as Gillian's bedroom door was not forced and her windows were locked?
Plant was on the floor when I came in to clean the room this morning at 9:15. I was kneeling down to try and sweep some of the soil into a dustpan when Gillian Gordon came in and accused me of having knocked the plant over. I can understand her being upset. I think it's really unfair that she's automatically blamed me. I didn't do it.
Rob made me promise to show his last lily for him. Rob had won first prize at this show 19 times, and it was his dream to make it 20 years in a row. After breakfast, I bumped into Francis Johns and his PA, Annette. Francis said he didn't mind me showing Rob's lily, but I could see that he didn't really mean it. On the way back to my room, I passed the chambermaid. She'd left all the doors wide open so she could nip in and out without the bother of having to unlock them all the time. I got back to the bedroom and I picked up my jacket and I left. I went to the garden for an hour. Annette was there too. When I got back to my room, the door was open and the maid was kneeling on the floor beside the wrecked lily.
At breakfast, I noticed that one of the maids, Kirsty, kept finding excuses to come into the dining room and pass our table. She couldn't take her eyes off Francis. I think she could be some kind of obsessive fan. I decided to take a walk amongst the formal gardens, so I went up to my room to get my coat. Must have been about 8:35 by then. That same weird maid was doing the rooms in our corridor. And later, when I was going back up to my room, I heard raised voices. And that's when I saw what must have happened. The maid must have knocked the plant over while she was cleaning. Or on purpose, out of some kind of misguided devotion to Francis.
I must admit that I was slightly dismayed to discover that Rob Gordon's widow had been allowed to enter the competition this year. But as I said to Gillian this morning, he had left that huge amount of money to the British Plant Association. I had breakfast from 8 till 8:30 with Annette. Then I went to my van to check on my plants. I was back in my room by 9, responding to letters for my gardening column in the newspaper. I heard a commotion from next door and went to investigate. That's when I discovered Gillian and the others and saw the damage to the lily.
What did they tell you?
I think that it might be the wife, because she might not be happy that he left a large amount of money, not to her, but the British Plant Association.
I think the widows set this other person up because the doors and windows were locked and the door hadn't been forced. Or it could be the maid, because she has got the keys to the household.
I think it's Francis Johns because he's always been coming second.
So who wants to get first?
So, at this early stage in the investigation, the team think that TV gardener Francis Johns and Rob's widow Gillian Gordon both have motives to destroy the lily. They also suspect that Gillian could be trying to set someone else up.
OK, now, glance over this way. This is your suspect timeline, a very important piece of equipment. This is where you plot where and when the suspects were during the crime. And over here, don't forget to keep updating your incident board to write down anything on here that you think is important that may help you solve the crime. Perhaps now is a good time to start writing stuff up.
Why would she leave all the doors open after she'd done them all? Doesn't make sense.
I think the team has spotted all the clues so far, bar one. Did you spot it?
Yeah, while she was cleaning.
Yeah.
Which could have gave somebody a chance to go
Or she could have
and
been...
smash the lamp.
I have the CCTV footage.
Thank you very much. Team, back to your books. Back to your books. I've got some important evidence if you want to solve the crime. This is CCTV footage taken from the hotel above. Watch this carefully and jot down anything that you think is suspicious. Also, match up the times with that of the suspects, which they said on their statements, because they might not be telling the truth. I've got to go back upstairs to comb the crime scene one more time.
That's the wife coming down to the first floor. That's Francis going outside again as well.
What time is this?
8:28 a.m. And that's... who's that? It's 8:32 a.m. I think it's the PA. She's going upstairs. And now she's come back down with her coat on at 8:35, and she's going downstairs and outside probably, as well as went up. And Francis is coming back up at 9:01. at 9:13, the wife, Gillian, she's going back up. She wasn't on that CCTV at all, so she had a good chance of doing it.
She was on.
Would you set these up in the forensics lab, please?
Just...
She was on.
Thank you.
She was on that floor.
Team, back to the table. So what did the CCTV turn up?
The wife, she came down from the first floor, which obviously shown she's come down, and then she'd gone straight outside. The PA comes back to the mezzanine.
OK. Now, who do you think has the opportunity to destroy the lily?
The maid. It's because she has been there all the time. We didn't see her at all on the CCTV.
Libby, you're quite quiet. What do you think?
I think it's Francis.
You think it's Francis? Why do you think it's Francis?
Because he's come second in the show, which makes him a bit jealous. I don't know, it's just... I don't know yet.
The investigators think that maid, Kirsty Blair, had the greatest opportunity to commit the crime. But we know that Kirsty left the bedroom doors lying open while she was cleaning, so anyone who was on the mezzanine corridor could have destroyed the plant in a matter of moments.
follow me. Our suspect may have left behind trace evidence, fingerprints, hairs, flakes of skin, which may help us catch them. Now, I'd like for you to do some forensic experiments, please. I've managed to collect a sample of the compost from the lily on the floor of Gillian's bedroom. I've also got hold of each of our suspects' shoes. See if there's any soil on the bottom of their soles and match it to the compost. I've also got the anonymous letter which was sent to the panel of judges. See if you can dust it down for fingerprints, and also see if you can match it up to any of the handwriting from our guests in the visitors' book. Get to it.
Right, let's check it against the visitors. It doesn't look like Gillian because it won't be Gillian because it's her husband.
What about John Francis? It does look like it. Right, now, let's check all the letters.
Look at the H. There.
It's T. It looks
Virtually the same.
Yeah.
I'm on soil sample from the lily pot now, measuring it up with the pH, and I would say it's about 8.5. I'm now going to do the soil sample from the hotel grounds. Going in. It's about 4.5. I'm going to do Bennett Laurie. Found some samples. It's dark or light? It's dark.
She's got a lily on her.
Francis Jones. 4.5.
See there?
Let's see, let's get some more. Got it. Fingerprint.
You've just completed all your forensic examination. Come around. I want to know, what has it revealed? Libby?
Nice. Lily pot, we did the pH and the lily pot was 8.5. The hotel grounds was 4.5. We've got Annette's shoe, 4.5 and 8.5.
And can I just point out 4.5 was the soap and 8.5 was the sides.
Francis's shoe, 8.5 and 4.5. Gillian's shoes, 8.5 and Kirsty's shoes, 8.5. We've got different results.
So Annette, Kirsty, Gillian and Francis all had lily pot soil on their shoes.
But
Annette...
she was the maid as well,
And-
so she might have been cleaning it up like she said.
Anything else?
On the judge's letter, we had Francis and Annette's fingerprint. Annette's was on the envelope and Francis was on the letter itself. The handwriting as well, it matched.
So what are you trying to say? Are you saying
It's
Francis wrote the letter?
Yeah.
So you've seen all the evidence, you've been busying yourselves hard up in the forensics lab. You have the opportunity now to interview one of your suspects. Who would you like to choose first?
This is my opinion. I think we should interrogate Francis Johns.
Like, he went outside and he saw the plan, but why did he have Lily on his shoes?
So those are the questions to ask Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's bring him down.
Can you take a seat, please?
I would like to ask you some questions.
Oh dear, okay. Fire away.
Did you go outside?
Yes, I went outside to check on my plants inside my van.
And are you jealous of Rob and Gillian's success rate?
No, not at all. Gillian's success rate, no, I don't think she's had any success at all.
Right. What's your relationship with Annette?
Annette, my PA, yeah, she's been working for me now for several years. A very good working relationship, yes. Thanks for asking.
Where was you at 8:28?
At 8:28. I just finished having breakfast with my PA, Annette, and went outside to check on my plants inside my van.
Did you have any relationships with the maid?
I'm not quite sure what you're insinuating.
Keep
Girlfriend.
asking him.
Girlfriend!
Was she your girlfriend?
No, not at all. No. No, the very thought.
Have you got a plant for this year's show?
I do, a wonderful lily.
A lily? Okay. And what do you get for winning the plant show?
The Nevis Plant Show is a very prestigious plant show, and you get glory for winning it.
Glory. Thank you very much. No more questions.
Thank you very much. Oh, come on. I'm a celebrity, you know.
I know who you are.
Well,
Well interrogated, Craig. We've had a printout. And it says, analysis of composition of soil and compost. The soil from the lily pot shows traces of leaf mould and bone meal. That must be the fertiliser. But the soil from Kirsty and Gillian and Annette's shoes also show traces of leaf mould and bone meal. But the soil from Francis John's shoes does not. What does that mean to you?
It's not him.
Why?
He's got a different fertiliser
For
to
his lily
yeah.
that
and
he's
it-
entering in the contest.
he may have spilled some and stepped in it.
So I don't think he touched the lily.
His feet didn't anyway. What about Kirsty, Gillian and Annette's shoes?
Well, Kirsty, she'll have it on because she was cleaning it up, like you said.
Mhm.
Gillian, she might have it on because she takes care of it now, so she might be soiling it and everything. But that leaves Annette, and we don't know why she's got it on her shoes.
Well, why don't you update your incident board now?
Look at that pH, Libby.
Right. So we've got 4.5 from Annette and 8.5 on the top.
Gillian Gordon has entered her late husband's prize lily in the annual Nevis Flower Show. Unfortunately, the lily has been found ruined on the floor in Gillian's hotel room with the maid Kirsty Blair kneeling over it. The team's forensic analysis revealed that celebrity gardener Francis Johns wrote an anonymous letter to the judges of the flower show to complain about Gillian entering the contest. His PA, Annette Laurie, thinks the maid is an obsessive fan of Francis and has accused her of knocking the plant over accidentally or on purpose. In the forensics lab, our investigators found lily compost on the soles of all the suspects' shoes except Annette's, where it was found on the top and the sides of her boots. However, tests on the compost on Francis's shoes have revealed that it's not from the ruined plant.
So this team is handling extremely complicated scientific evidence very well. I am impressed. Hello?
Right. Who are you interviewing? Right. What did you think to Francis?
Well, sir, that's very interesting. Thank you very much for phoning. Bear with me just a moment. Team, gather around to the table. Important development. I'm on the phone to the solicitor who's handling Rob Gordon's will. I suggest you listen to this. Hello, could you tell me again? I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Okay, say it loud.
Hi, yes, it's Derek McDade here. I just wanted you to know that there'd been an interesting scene during the reading of the will. Mr. Gordon did indeed leave £200,000 to the British Plant Association, and I think Mrs. Gordon was pretty embarrassed and shocked because Rob had only left her and her teenage daughter a small life insurance payout. I hope that's useful.
Yes. Thank you very much. All right, I'll speak to you again. Okay, bye-bye.
That's very useful. We all thought that it was Annette, but now you'll give us this information. Mrs. Gordon
Might have the motive to do it.
yeah, so it could be either one of them now.
Okay. Now is the time to interrogate your second suspect.
Should we do Annette or Gillian?
I think we should.
Annette.
Annette.
Are you all agreed?
Yeah.
Annette?
Yeah.
Why?
We need to find why haven't she got the lily thing on the bottom of her boots and on her top and her sides? Because that doesn't really make sense.
Okay, let's bring her down.
Sit down, please.
Do you know about the letter sent to the judges?
No, I'm sorry, I don't know about a letter.
Why was your fingerprint on the envelope?
My fingerprints? Oh, well, I took a letter down to reception last night for Francis.
What do you think about the maid?
I think there's something weird about her. I think she's an obsessive fan.
What is your relationship with Francis?
Well, we have a close professional working relationship, basically.
Where was you when they discovered the lily?
I think I must have been just coming up the stairs because then I heard a commotion. It was about 9:15 and then I went into the room to see what was going on.
Okay. What do you do for Francis as a PA?
I organise everything for him. Nobody gets a meeting with Francis unless they go through me. Francis doesn't need to worry about a thing.
Okay. Why was there soil on the top and sides of the shoes but not on the bottom?
Oh. Well, I was helping Francis yesterday, moving a big bag of compost into the van, so I don't know, something must have leaked out.
It's the lily soil.
Well, I went into the room, didn't I, when the commotion was going on, so it must have ended up on my shoe then.
Right. Thank you, no more questions.
Right, thank you. Are you all right, Francis? Is there anything I can get you?
I'd like you to get me out of here.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Team, it's now time to start moving things on. I've left you this. This might help you. It's a record of where Kirsty cleaned and when today on the mezzanine floor. She still insists that she didn't commit the crime, so maybe someone did commit the crime without her seeing.
Right. So,
She started on Francis John's room.
Right, so this is there. She was in there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then she went on to
she cleaned his ensuite and then she went to
Annette Laurie's room for about 15 minutes. Then she did sitting room,
which is there. Was that
and
10
then she
minutes?
cleaned the communal bathroom,
So she cleaned
which took
communal-
another 10 minutes.
Right.
Then she went to Miss Gordon's room.
And she found the plant on the floor. So, what time did Annette come back when she came back for her coat?
8:35.
8:35.
Right.
Annette
Which
came
means
and then
that
went
the
to get
maid
her
wouldn't
coat.
be in her bed.
But, no, Annette put a coat on it, left at 8:32 and had to come back for a coat at 8:35.
So why didn't she see her?
Team, have a look at this. This was found by Annette's bed, by the side of her bed. What do you make of that?
Thank you for loyalty, Annette. Best wishes, Francis.
So, it's Annette again.
Annette's always...
Thank you. Thanks for your
Like,
loyalty.
she gets everything. It just always points to her, at everything. Like the boots, why didn't she have it on the bottom?
It's a bit personal though, sending a photo.
Now, I have to say, there are 4 suspects, and you've already interrogated 2 of them. There are 2 left. Which one would you like to choose?
Maid.
What do you think?
I'd go with Gillian.
Why? She hasn't got nothing to give though, would she?
She hadn't been mentioned in Adley Note.
The maid is
And why didn't the
probably-
maid see her?
The maid is now, because we've got this new evidence that this maid cleaned everything. I think we should go with the new evidence.
Should we go with the maid then?
I think we should go with the maid.
Right, maid.
Craig saying maid?
Maid.
Libby, maid?
Maid.
Maid it is. Let's bring Kirsty down.
Oh my goodness. Has this place always been here?
Sit down, please.
Hi. Hi. I'm Investigator Dane.
Hi.
Can I ask you some questions, please?
Uh-huh.
Did you knock over the plant accidentally?
No. The plant was knocked over already when I came into the room to clean it.
On CCTV, Annette come back for her coat at 8:35. You said that you was cleaning her bedroom at 8:35. Did you see Annette in her bedroom?
No, because when I saw Annette, I was in the corridor because I'd just finished doing Mr. John's bedroom. And I saw her in the corridor, and then, because she'd gone out, I went to do her room next, so she wasn't in the bedroom.
So did you see her entering her room?
No, I saw her leaving her room, or the direction of her room. I was coming up the corridor.
Are you familiar with Rob Gordon?
Is that Gillian Gordon's husband?
Yes.
Be a bit more hard, Dane.
What relationship do you have with Francis?
Well, I don't have one. I can't get near him because of that woman, Annette Laurie. She never lets me go near. I just wanted to get an autograph.
Let's be honest. Do you have a crush on Fran?
No, I mean, he's famous, isn't he? So I guess it's quite exciting. And he's not bad looking, but I prefer Brad Pitt. I'm not sure. Or maybe
Thank
he'd
you.
probably be number
Thank you.
10.
That's all.
Simon, am I going to get the sack?
We'll find out soon, Kirsty. Team, I can only give you a couple more minutes before I ask you the burning question, who you think the real suspect is. Use your timeline and your incident board to come to a conclusion.
Right.
Let's go.
We need to get this case wrapped up.
Right. It can't be Francis.
No, it's not him. So crops. Not him. Right.
Tick for her, maybe, and tick for her, maybe.
Not her. It's not. No, not her.
Right.
Right. Had soil only on top of and sides of her boots. That was Annette then. Right. She did have an opportunity to do it.
She was cleaning her room, and she could have come back up the stairs. After.
Well, she could have done it when she went
Yeah.
up to see her coat. That's why the maid didn't see her.
It's time to bring down the final suspect.
Have you found out who destroyed the lily?
I'm about to. Team, you've seen all of the evidence. You've interviewed 3 of the 4 suspects. I want to know who is your prime suspect.
Annette.
Annette?
Yeah.
Why?
She's got the means, she's got the motive, and she's got the opportunity.
Talk me through it.
She could have, when the maid was in, no one else, Gillian and Francis was out, she could have come back in, could have gone downstairs, come back into the corridor, the maid being in the other room, she couldn't have seen her. Well, then she would have had the time.
What about the motive?
We don't know if she's doing it for
For
Francis,
him?
for Francis, because she was a bit of a control freak.
Are you all agreed on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're right.
Scared.
It was Annette Laurie.
As we know, Kirsty was in the habit of leaving 3 or 4 bedroom doors open at once to save time. When Annette headed back to her room after breakfast, she must have noticed that the door to Gillian's bedroom was wide open. This was her chance to help the man she is secretly in love with, Francis, to win the contest. She probably checked where Kirsty was to make sure the coast was clear, and then slipped into Gillian's room. It would have only taken a second to knock the lily onto the floor, but in her hurry, Annette failed to notice that some of the compost had fallen onto her shoes. This key piece of evidence would prove to be her undoing, as the compost could only have landed on the upper part of her shoes if she was the one who knocked the plant over. Annette went into her room to get her coat and went out for a walk as if nothing had happened.
You're all free to go. Thank you very much for your cooperation. You stay right where you are.
How could you, Annette?
So that's 3 excellent new recruits for the academy. You must be pleased.
Yeah.
Another crime solved. Well done. Who did you suspect?